Everything I do is got the bands jumping out the bag.
Hey man, say man, we are back with another video. In today's video, we actually damn, I'm looking at this damn chart and I wish I would have stayed in. I had a quick scalp on gold today. Majority of the reason is because I really took NQ and I was looking for CL as far as my two pairs that I was looking at today. NQ was, it did exactly what I wanted to do and I think it's still pushing now, but because I'm not as confident in it and I haven't really traded as much, I end up getting out with like a small profit on NQ for one of my funded accounts. And then on my other account, I end up taking gold just because I was sitting there waiting. And I'm looking at it right now and it's going to hit my TP. But I got out early because I didn't want to be greedy today. I felt like I was placing too many trades. I'm going to show you in a minute. But yeah, I took gold because I was waiting on oil. Oil hasn't gotten to my area of interest yet. So I haven't placed a trade on there. Gold just looked pretty good. So I took it. And so let me show you guys what those two breakdowns look like. Again, I took NQ, which I did send out to my my team. And then I did not send gold out just because that was more of an impulse entry. I saw it because I was still waiting on oil. I flipped through my other pairs, saw gold at a great area of interest, saw what I needed to see as far as the lower time frame goes, and I just hopped in. Wasn't nothing else that it was just too quick for me to send to my team. So sorry team if you guys wanted to be in that one, but you guys got the dub on the Nas. I got the dub on the gold. So without further ado, let me show you guys the breakdown of the Nas and then the breakdown of the gold. All right, so on Nas, I was looking for a buy continuation. As you can see, we end up hitting my ultimate TP, but I end up getting out on this move back down right here. But let me show you the breakdown on why. For some reason, my computer is super slow, so bear with me as I navigate this damn computer today. So let's go to the daily time frame. Obviously, you know that's how I start off the daily. Again, it's just running slow today, but it is what it is. On the daily time frame, we did pull back into a discount on this initial move up. So buys are really the only thing that I'm looking for at this moment until it shows me otherwise. I do think that we're coming up to take this liquidity up in this area. We are sitting in a fair value gap, so it could be a reason why we're stalling so much right here. But once we push up and break this high, I do believe we're going to continue up to these all-time highs right here. So, but it is what it is. For today, in general, only thing I was looking for was buys. If I go down to the 1 hour, obviously I have my daily highs, my daily lows marked off. But I go down to the 1 hour, I think you can see it just a little bit better as far as what price is doing and if it can go. Come on now. Thank you. You can get a better idea of what price is doing as far as the initial push that I was looking for, which again, it hit. I just was not in it because I'm just unfamiliar with the pair, and that alone gives me a little uncertainty, like of what I want to do, how, like when price is pulling back. It's like, I don't know, because I don't know it as much. I don't have as much confidence in holding certain positions as it retraces back, right? Like oil, I know it, you know what I mean? I could probably hold that forever, even through its ups and downs, right? Gold, I could hold it, but gold is more of a scalp for me. YM and NQ, YM I could hold. I really like YM. It just hasn't given me good price action as of late. And then NQ, I just have not traded as much to again be confident in it. So, but what I was looking for today was legit just for price to come back and retrace into a discount to continue up the overall move. Come on now. as you can see, the where I was looking for price to come into is sitting at the previous day high, right? So if I go and bring up my handy dandy fib from the low to the high, why is it acting like this, man? There we go. The low to the high, right? You can see that the area of interest that I was looking at is below the 50%, right? So I got the area of interest correct. I got the direction correct. It really just, it was the managing of the actual trade that had me close early, right? And again, if you are a new beginner trader, if you are a trader who hasn't had a lot of chart time, or just a particular pair like me today, I have not traded NQ too much for me to understand how it goes. So I got out even on a winning trade that I probably shouldn't have got out on. So, but yeah, like the area of interest was great. We're in a discount of this ultimate 1 hour move. On the 5 minute, I got the rejections I wanted to see. Let me go to the 5 minute real quick. I got the rejection I wanted to see. Like this initial push down, I knew that price wanted to come down into a discount. So that was not of interest to me. I was like, until price comes down below the 50%, I'm not getting in, right? I really got in off the 1 minute. As you can see, once we took this sell side on this 1 minute, and if I would have held, I still would have probably been up in this. But once we took the sell side in that 1 minute, I knew price. I was like, if we get a push up, right, aggressive push or some sort of momentum from this area after taking sell side and close above the buy side liquidity that was sitting right there, making some sort of market structure shift, I was going to get in, right? Now, I got in a little bit early off this initial, off this second candle push. This candle right here is when I got in, right? I love the momentum. I was confident in the trade. So I just got in. I do teach to wait, but today I got in at a beautiful, and because my risk reward was going to be amazing. So I just loved where I got in at on that 1 minute. Again, as you can see, price, you know what I'm saying, end up hitting TP eventually. I was just not in it. So that's unfortunate for me. Some of my people in my Discord did re-enter on that 5 minute, which was beautiful. So a lot of people re-entered here. I was just over. The reason I didn't get in is just because I'm not familiar with the pair. So I was not okay with jumping back in and not feeling confident enough in it. So I did not get in, but again, this was a beautiful trade if you were in it. And again, some of my people in my Discord did hop back in and was able to, those who trade NQ on a daily, they were able to capitalize on this. So that goes to show you, it doesn't really matter their strategy. It doesn't really matter how much experience you have. If you're not confident, it could play with your mental. You know what I mean? If you're not confident in the trade or the pair that you're trading, it will play a part in how you manage the trade. And that's exactly what it did for me today. Even when this pushed down initially and it spiked back up, I'm like, I still like the buy, so I'm holding. It wasn't until this next 2 candles that showed bearish movement that I was like, I don't want to hold anymore. Like it just wasn't giving what I needed to give. Ultimately, we are in a discount, and we are in a 1 hour, I believe, fair value gap. So I know it's gonna touch multiple times. It's something I actually teach in my Discord, but again, we not that confident. You don't really see that. You know what I mean? So I was out of that. What I was able to capitalize on though today was gold. Let's bring that up. It's taking forever and ever. Come on now. All right, so gold was I actually got out. This is where I wanted to get out at originally, but I got out here, which is, it's still a 2-to-1. risk to reward, a little over a 2-to-1 risk to reward, but understanding what price is doing, I probably could have held this a lot longer. But again, this was an impulse entry, impulse buy, meaning there wasn't a lot of overall breakdown or analysis in it. I just saw it really was the 15-minute that that made me want to get in. I saw where price was. As you can see, I have my fib marked off because two things that I see, right? We took liquidity on the if I'm trying to buy, remember I keep saying this, right? If I'm trying to buy, I want price to take sell side first, come up, take buy side, retrace back down into some sort of equilibrium, fair value gap or demand, and then come back up, right? I saw those three things and I entered. I didn't even look at the higher time frame, to be honest with you. Right? So we got sell side being taken here. Right? We got buy side being taken, which end up being a break of structure for continuation here. I wanted price to come down, and this is a 15-minute area of interest. I wanted price to come down into a discount, right? And another confluence is if price coming down into your area of interest, is it also taking liquidity? Because if it is, it's beautiful. It's 9 times out of 10 it will continue up after taking some more liquidity. And guess what it did? Right in this area, price took liquidity, right? So I'm gonna take this off. As you can see, we're in below that 50%, so we're in a discount. So I'm gonna take that off. So my area of interest was perfect as far as entering into this trade. Sell side taken, buy side taken, end up making a break of structure, coming down, which really is just a retracement back down or pullback back down into a good area of interest, which is below the 50%, which means we have if it comes out into equilibrium, that means we have what am I trying to say? When the equilibrium is so that price can come down and balance itself out, right? After a big move, we want price to balance itself out to continue up, right? We don't want price to just keep shooting up. Eventually, it has to balance itself out. That's why I use the equilibrium. That's why I use the fib to kind of see where price may want to balance itself out at. Anything below the 50% is good for me. If there's sell side liquidity sitting at that area as well, or any type of liquidity depending on the direction that I want to go, if there's liquidity in that area, that's where I want to see how price reacts at. And this legitimately, that's the only reason why I got in right here. I got in off, I believe, the 1 minute here. Yes. After the first bullish 1 minute candle, after taking some liquidity, once it closed, I hopped into that trade. Again, this is an impulse entry. If I was waiting for a more, safe entry, it would probably have been this right here. This would have been the safest entry to continue up to take that high. So, but I was confident where I was at. So again, impulse entry. And that's only with experience, right? I wouldn't recommend impulse entries for people who don't have the amount of experience I have. And I'm only 4 years in, you know what I mean? Still have a long way to go, but again, I've seen this time and time again. I have the chart time, I have all the study times, the back testing, all of that behind me to be confident in that. So that was a good move. Again, I probably could have held, but it is what it is. Let me show you what I'm looking for on oil, because that's really like the move that I really want. And I'm hoping that it plays out, right? What in the hell? That's horrible. All right, so we took previous day low. So I don't know if we take sell side first. I don't want to be in sales. I would rather price take buy side first and then come on down. But it looks like we took sell side. We took previous day low. which makes me a little hesitant of this move, right? Like we're consolidating right now, and within that consolidation, I wanted price because this looks like a manipulation to go up, which I might take that buy up then, right? Because again, on my last, if you guys saw my last videos, I told you about the two models, or I didn't go into detail, but I told you a little bit about the two models that I like to enter off of. That gold was one, right, which is literally just a pullback type of entry, and then the second one would be like a manipulation type of entry, right, where price accumulates for a long period of time, manipulates to one direction, but then ends up going back in the other direction. So looks like that's kind of what it wants to do. I wanted price to come up into this order block first before coming down and hitting that 50% of that daily. Let me see. Is it a daily? It is taking forever. Forever. All right. Yeah, it's a daily move. Daily fair value gap, which you just tapped into. So I think we're gonna come back up into this area and maybe eventually come back down, but I'm no longer interested. Um. All right. That was it. That's all I have for today. I took what I could. I made about $500 today, which it is what it is. It's not what I wanted, but it's better than losing. So I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna be greedy, and I'm not gonna be mad about it. A win is a win, right? So again, those are the trades that I was looking at. I ended up taking gold, took NQ, but got stopped at a break even, or I closed early, right? And then yeah, that was all. That's all I have. Hopefully those make sense. It's rinse, wash, repeat. You know what I mean? Also, I'm seeing I'm having a lot more people enter the Discord, right? If you're unfamiliar with how I trade, you have three things you can do, right? YouTube videos. I have so much. I'm new in this, but I still have 60 plus videos that you can, you know what I'm saying, refer back to for free, right? If you're now in my Discord, there are two webinars because I just started the webinar series. There are two Sunday webinars that you can review. As far as one of them specifically shows how I enter the markets, right? Doesn't get everything, it's not detailed, but it specifically shows you how I enter the two models that I like to enter the market. And then 3, you can purchase my my strategy. The strategy is an entire guide from what time I look at the markets, what time I like to enter, specifically on different pairs, the two models that I enter on, and then the overall strategy of price action based off the previous day candle. So 3 ways you could figure out how I trade, and then the third way, the strategy would kind of increase your learning curve as far as time wise, right? If you have some time on your hands, take a look at the videos. And if you're already in Discord and you wasn't on the past 2 Sunday webinars, take a look at those. It'll definitely help you. But yeah, again, click the link in the description to get into my free Discord. The free Discord will not be forever. Let me tell you that right now. The free Discord will not be forever. So if you're in it, you'll be able to stay in it. If you're in it, my bad, my camera died. But like I was saying, if you're in it now and before the price goes to where it's no longer free, which is probably beginning of the year, you will not have to pay. You know what I'm saying? It will still be free for you forever. So please, by all means, jump in there right now. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be in the Discord for free. All right. That's all I got. I will see you guys on the next trade. Hopefully we get some better movement tomorrow. Really, the movement wasn't as bad, as much so as it was just me. You know what I mean? It was more so the trader and not the trade itself. Yeah, more so the trader, not the trade itself. So we'll see what tomorrow has to show for itself as far as the markets. Yesterday I did not trade and it was beautiful. I love not being in the markets for one day. I think that's something I'm going to continue every single week. So Wednesdays are probably going to be days I just take a break from the markets. You know what I mean? Let my brain settle, focus on something different. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Got the Benz jumping out the bag, vibe blowing out my jet. Got the loud jumping out the pack. Everything I'm on slab. Everything I do is